Hello and welcome to Gear Gyan with me, Sahil Jagtiani, where we talk about all things related to the Indian guitar gear scene. Today we're discussing the Les Paul and the SG guitar. I'm here with Shantanu Chakravorty and he is going to rock out on these guitars. But before that, make sure you press that subscribe button, ring that bell to stay up to date with all our latest videos. So till date, this is Gibson's highest selling guitar, even more than the Les Paul. Do you know that? Man, I never knew that. I just read it up. It's crazy. And the earlier models, after it went out of production, the earlier models of Les Paul are like invaluable. You'll find a lot of them in Joe
collection.
Is it Samosa?
It's Bonamassa.
Bonamassa, all right. So you'll find a lot of the guitars in his house. And can you tell me a little bit more about this guitar, the SG? What does the SG stand for?
SG stands for solid guitar.
But was it always called the SG or was it called like the Les Paul SG in the beginning?
It was called the Les Paul SG in the beginning. And then Les Paul wasn't too happy about it.
He's like...
Yeah, he's like, get the hell out of here.
You know, he used to earn $1 for every guitar made with his name on it.
Oh.
And then he called up Ted and he's like, man, I don't want my name on that monstrosity. Take my name off it, you know?
Right.
So, but it's a cool guitar as well, isn't it? I mean, it's much lighter than this.
Oh yeah, it's much lighter than a Les Paul.
Yeah. So, I mean, we don't want this to be a history lesson, so we don't want to go too much into the comparison, but basic stuff that you should know about is both a mahogany, of course, but you've got more of a deeper cut, I think, right? At the bottom for easy fret access.
Yep. The fret accessibility is great on this. You know, you don't have anything blocking you.
Yeah.
So the body starts right where the right at the neck joint.
Yeah.
And the fretboard stops right there.
Stops right there. So it's unlike the Les Paul where you literally have to move your hand in. It's pretty easy access over
You don't get stuck.
Yeah, you don't get stuck. And Tony Iommi made this famous, right? With Black Sabbath.
Yep.
He made it known as the
heavy metal guitar.
Heavy metal guitar. But actually it was, I think, it was
the horns.
Anyway, there was a white version of this which was very popular before the red version came out. I remember
exactly.
I've forgotten the artist's name, Sister something. She made it really popular as well. But this is the world's first signature model. You know, and we're going to compare the two guitars. Shantanu is going to be running them into the Force 20. He's going to be giving you some clean tones, some dirty tones as well. Everything is on board. We're not going to add any effects onto it, so you can get a clear idea how the pickups are. But before that, let's look at both these guitars in more detail. So the SG's neck pickup has a DC resistance of 7.66 ohms and the bridge pickup has a DC resistance of 7.8 ohms. The nut width of the SG is 1.71. At the 12th fret the width is 2.08 inches and let's check the neck depth. It's about 0.8 at the first fret. And 0.89 at the 12th fret. So it's a tapered neck. The scale length of the SG is 24.5 and the body length is about 40 inches. For the Les Paul, the DC resistance on the neck pickup is 7.6 ohms and on the bridge pickup it's 8.04. The scale length for the Les Paul is 24.5 and the body length is 40 inches. The nut width for this instrument is 1.66, and at the 12th fret the width is 2.09 inches. The neck depth at the first fret is about 0.8, and at the 12th fret it's 0.89. So now that we've had a closer look at the guitars, let's listen to how they sound. Shantanu is going to be playing them in clean, all three switchable points, and tones raised up full, volume raised up full. It's going into the Calor Force 20. We'll use both the clean and the distorted channels. Let's get to it. So you've heard both of them in action. Which one do you like more? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Shantanu. More or less? Less Paul?
Les Paul.
More SG? Nah. For me it's more less. More is less for me, and more SG for Shantanu.
I'm gonna quote Yngwie Malmsteen. More is more. Less is not more.
No. I disagree. Yngwie has scalloped frets and very high action. Yeah.
That he does.
That he does.
And a lot of notes.
A lot of notes. Anyway, we digress. So, they're both different sounding guitars. One tends to dive in the neck region, one tends to stay firm, one's more heavier, body heavy. They both sound great. They both are there for different applications, I would say. Definitely collector's items. I'm not a big fan of the Vibrola system over there. I find that pretty unstable.
I was trying to do some Joe Satriani dive bombs with it, and then nothing really happened.
Nothing really happens with that. But yeah, I mean, I like the hardtail on a Gibson for sure. I think it's iconic, and I think it sounds great. I'm a big fan of the original pickups as well. I don't like to mod the original pickups. I think they should just be in the way they are, and the more vintage, the better it sounds also. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure you smash that like button, press the subscribe button, and ring that bell to stay up to date with all our latest videos. If you want to support me in making such videos, become a patron today. Patreon link in the card above, and keep on rocking. That's it, folks.
Hey, what's up, Doc? I want to catch me a rabbit.